What up, guys? Crypto Homie back at you with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about the current market conditions, 3 key factors to predict Bitcoin's price surge, and an altcoin that has potential to be a hidden gem in the next major bull run. All that and more in today's video. But before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the latest in the crypto space. So let's get right into it. The first thing we're checking out is just current market conditions. As you guys can see, Bitcoin fell down. It's at 11,300 at the time of this recording. And if you look down at the chart, you see the 24-hour change in this column right here. We got a lot of red. Look, Cardano's down 10%. We got stuff approaching 10% in the last 24 hours. OMG is down. If you're one of those people that were buying OMG at $9, $10, and you were thinking, oh, should I buy? Should I buy? Well, hey, it was a great time to take profit in that area, because now look at it, it's down at 519, which still, like in the next major bull run, 519 could be a bargain, but for the current times, it's not. So, as we scroll down, you just see things 12% in here. Whoa, guys, this is just part of the cycles. We have these parabolic moves, and then we correct. And then we have more parabolic moves, and then we correct. So if you're new to this is the market just testing you. It's why they have the term called HODL, HODL, hold on for dear life. If you don't have strong hands, if you're not able to HODL, then, did you do enough research to invest? Are you over leveraged? What is the reasoning for you to be freaking out right now? Because if you did not do enough research, or you're over leveraged, or you just don't understand exactly what you're doing, it's going to keep you from being level-headed. You got to have a clear mind. You got to be like emotionally strong to hold. And if you can't do that, then it's probably best for you to leave the space, because crypto is a wild, wild journey, and there's a lot of volatility. And if you can't handle the gains, then you can't handle the losses either. And keep in mind, if you're, up 1,000%, you didn't actually make 1,000% on your money until you sell. Just like if you're down 40%, 50%, you didn't actually lose any money until you sell. It's called unrealized gains and unrealized losses. So just keep that in mind. But overall, the market's looking down. I say today's a great day to buy some altcoins, great day to buy some Bitcoin. And moving on to this tweet about Bob Lucas, he mentions he has these things like the Bitcoin cycles. So he tweeted out the Bitcoin on day 50 of its cycle. You have to pay to see his cycles and get his special cycle analysis. So, but just keep in mind, this is stuff he's posting out for free. So he says next low in early/mid September. So he's saying that the next low will be early, mid-September. So in the next, let's say 2 to 4 weeks, for Bitcoin. He said the easy money for the cycle was made a long time ago. I've been telling members of Bitcoin Live, which is his premium membership, a while now, to be playing defense. So apparently, according to this tweet, he's been telling his membership people to play defense right now. So he says opportunity is at the reversions to the new bull uptrend. So that's interesting. He definitely has a level mind. He stays level-headed. So it'll be interesting to see if he's right about this. And just to keep some macro perspective, guys, what I like to look at is the monthly chart on Bitcoin. And look, does anybody know what this candle is on the monthly? I'm going to zoom in for you guys. Does anybody know what that candle is? If you know what that candle is, please put it down in the comments below. But we do not, and I repeat, we do not want to end the month with this candle. That is not good. No bueno, okay? Not good. So if you know what that candle is, let me know down in the comments below. But keep in mind, this candle has till, it's the month of August. There's 31 days in August. So to August 31st at midnight. So we shall see what happens there. I hope it does not end like this, because it does not look good if it does that. All right, guys, moving on to the next thing for today. An article that's titled Bitcoin to End 2020 in Style. 3 key factors predict Bitcoin price surge. So the first key factor, as we scroll down, is the fading dollar benefits Bitcoin. So as the dollar loses its value, Bitcoin will rise in value, just like the stock market. Like everything's rising up because the dollar is losing its value. So let's start off with this quote right here. That 13,000 level is important because if we were to get through that, then in technical terms, there would be very little resistance, and we would probably be on our way back to the peaks we saw in late 2017. So around 20K. So think about it. Like they're saying, if we break through 13K, there's very little resistance. We'll be around 20K in no time, according to this quote. Now, we're not sure that like if it's going to happen, we could stay in a new trading range just at a little bit of a higher level than the recent 6 to 10K. Maybe we're in the 10 to 13K range, nonetheless a breakout. So, I mean, this is kind of, in my mind, it's kind of like something realistic to expect, is to expect us to play in the 10,000 to 13 range for some time, a couple months. Because think about it, just back in March, we were down at like $4,000, and we're down today, and we're at 11,300. That's still amazing compared to March. I mean, that is almost three times the price. So you can't really complain. Let's just scroll down further. So where does Bitcoin sit in the economic cycle? Well, during periods of economic uncertainty and dollar weakness, #Bitcoin is likely to benefit in the same way as gold. If Bitcoin's financialization continues, it will be unable to remain insulated from the financial system. So as you guys can see, the traditional I can't say that word right, financial system doesn't like Bitcoin. If big players in the traditional finance area gets into Bitcoin, it's very taboo. They'll get shunned from their careers. It's basically like career suicide for them. So keep that in mind. It says whether the falling momentum of the dollar has already had its full effect on the price of Bitcoin remains unclear. The US dollar has already dropped to a 2-year low, and in the near term, analysts anticipate a dollar recovery. So apparently people are anticipating the dollar to bounce back from its 2-year low, but only time will tell. With the more dollars being printed, that's just increasing the supply. Keep in mind, Bitcoin only has 21 million ever Bitcoin that are going to be created. There's only 21 million ever. So there's no increasing the supply. Alrighty, on to the next quote. The US economic outperformance relative to the Euro area and Japan no longer seems guaranteed, at least over the next few years, given the faltering virus response. So the shrinking of its interest rate advantage makes the US less appealing and pushes investors to consider deposits in other currencies. These cyclical factors won't turn around in a hurry, and the US dollar likely has room to fall further. So with people saying that, the US dollar is going to come back, there's also the other side where it's going to go down even more. As you've seen in countries like Venezuela, Turkey, their local currencies are terrible. Hyperinflation, it's just awful. But so one of the three factors is the gold correlation. So there's a correlation between gold and Bitcoin. Guys, this is very good. As you guys can see in this chart right here, let me just zoom in a little bit. Let's just zoom out a little bit. You guys can see this is from September 2019, July 20th, like July 2020. You see gold going up, you see Bitcoin going up. So that's a good sign. There's definitely a correlation there. And the third thing is the long-term macro metrics. So this is something Grayscale tweeted out, and it says, looking at how much Bitcoin has been held for greater than a year is a supply side metric to help investors assess Bitcoin's value. If the number of investors holding the HODL increases, then less Bitcoin is available to trade on exchanges, thus less supply. So just think about, supply and demand. There's less supply and a high demand, so the price will go up. And this chart right here, let's get it, see if we can get this quickly loaded. This chart right here is showing that people are hodling their Bitcoin. They're not moving it from their addresses. They're not selling it. And see, we got it loaded right here. So the green/bluish one is the price of Bitcoin, and then the black line is the 1-year HODL. So basically just mean that for how many addresses that have held the Bitcoin still for 1 year or longer. And as we look at current times, we're at an all-time high. All-time high, guys. People are just hodling. Guys, this is great news, because look what happened from the all-time high in 2014. Didn't break till about, looks like it was late 2016, early 2017, but there was also hodling all-time highs. We're just getting there, guys. We're just getting there. This is great news, okay? So going back to the article, this is a great article to read every little detail. I just want to give the highlights that I thought was the best. If you guys have some time, just scrolling up, you guys can search for this article on Cointelegraph. I definitely think it's worth the read. So let's just move on to the next thing. And the next thing, guys, is the potential hidden gem that I found for the next bull market. And if you can see in my tabs, it is Dragonchain. So I mentioned Dragonchain before, if you guys have watched some of my live streams or previous videos. And as you can tell, today it's down 4.1%, just like most things. And it's at about 6.8 cents. Market cap of 18 million, just a little over $18 million. So hey, that's pretty low. That's a low cap if you ask me. And we see the circulating supply is 266,000 and some change. And then the total supply is 433,000 and some change. So, what's going on there with the total supply versus circulating, definitely something to look into. But I figure we can just check out the highlights, check out the websites, and just get an overview of what this thing is all about. So going down here, we see the all-time high was $5.46 on January 9th, 2018. So from the all-time high, it's down 98.8%. So basically it's down almost 100% from its all-time high. So, and the all-time low was back in April, just like a lot of things had. And guys, I really like CoinGecko because it shows your one Bitcoin equals how many Dragonchain. And that's about 165,000 Dragonchain will equal one Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. Let's head on over to their website. As you guys can see, Dragonchain, they have this nice little cool emblem. They have the little beast guy right there. It just starts off with the most secure and flexible blockchain platform on Earth. Dragonchain is an enterprise and a startup-ready platform to build flexible and scalable blockchain applications. So I actually did invest in this back in 2017, and I've kind of thought this thing was a joke then because it's dropped its value so much. So I was like, what is going on? But what I've realized is that what I've seen just by checking their Twitter account, once a month or once every couple of months, is that they're still, during this whole bear market, they've been working. They've been working to make the Dragonchain blockchain a lot better. So let's go over some of the highlights. They have the proof systems by Dragonchain. So this is kind of like their proof of work, but they call it proof systems. Solutions ready for your business. Dragonchain has business-ready applications and developer-friendly integrations to better serve your business needs. So let's just check some of these out. The provable fair system, so provide measurable and immutable proof that a contest, raffle, suites, or esports tournament is fair to all participants. Guys, you definitely want to be gambling or entering a contest on something that you can actually see is legit. Who knows if there's a back end to where they knock out most of the people, so then only certain people have a chance on winning. You just don't know. But at least if you have something that can prove that, that's great. Decentralized identity. A factor is a GDPR and CCPA capable identity management platform to increase security, reduce risk of customer PII storage, and simplify authentication. Guys, basically decentralized identity, and they're saying so security, you don't want your information leaked out onto the black market or just out to anybody. You don't want your social security number or your driver's license or just personal information. You don't just want that out there for anybody to have. So having it decentralized and it also being secure is great. They have anti-fraud and compliance. So the fintech suite to prove regulatory compliance, data records, and provide selective transparency to internal employees, external third parties, regulators, and consumers. So guys, they definitely are in with the regulators, and that's how they're going to actually be something if they have something that's legit and turns out to actually work. So they have to work with them, and they're trying to help the business side, the customer side. They're trying to help every side out. So that's something that it kind of impresses me. And moving on, we are using Dragonchain proof systems to help solve anti-fraud and transparency issues. We can verify and prove that all trades, orders, and executions are genuine. I did see they just had this recent thing called the Beaksea exchange. I have to look into that a little bit more, but that's interesting. I definitely want to check that out. And their blockchain platform, Dragonchain provides a flexible hybrid blockchain platform for businesses to rapidly deploy advanced applications and integrate next-gen capabilities with existing systems. So just some main highlights: they have low transaction fees, security, high performance, and smart contracts. Low transaction fees is, that just means the transfer is low. Security just means that's secure. And they actually say every transaction on Dragonchain is secured with the combined power of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other networks. Guys, that's interesting. High performance, we all get it. We want to have the fastest, best thing, most secure, all that good stuff. So, and then the other thing, the smart contracts, code your smart contracts in any language, guys. That makes it easy for developers, so anybody can build on this and utilize it. So, just moving on, just like the main features here, the security. They go into some more information about all this stuff, the low fees, consulting, and they have places on their website. Hey, just message them to learn more, and you could, if you're into computers, if you're a coder, if computer science major and you're interested, I'm sure you could contact them and possibly get some kind of job or just learn some more about it. And here just goes into more details, the anti-fraud, just the security, the loyalty rewards. It's interesting, they do have the decentralized social media. I was checking that out. I just saw that it wasn't an HTTPS on like secure websites, so I'm a little iffy about that. And this thing called the archival proof systems, that's definitely interesting. I assume it's posted on the blockchain. So there's this a quote by the Knowledge Perk CEO. I had no idea the technology piece could allow us to go from absolutely nothing to something that is being used in our store right now, today, in 4 days. So this guy named Ryan Sanderson. So that's just interesting to see if, let's just see if Dragonchain can actually do what it's trying to do. Because when you look at enough of these websites, check out enough of the white papers, it's all the same thing. They're all saying very similar things. So it's like, who's actually going to be able to execute on this? Who's actually going to be able to make a successful project and actually give real value, not just hype in the price? So I think, in my personal opinion, I understand I own some of this. Full disclosure, I do own a little bit of this. So we'll see what happens. But this is not a paid or sponsored video. I'm not being compensated at all. So this is just my personal opinion and what I think. Over the next bull run, I think Dragonchain has potential to be one of those hidden gems. And if you're interested in buying Dragonchain, let's check out the markets. The most liquid looks like Kucoin. So they have a Bitcoin pair, Ethereum pair, a Neo pair. That is interesting, but it looks like it might not be that liquid. And then you got Gate.io. It's also on Bittrex, which is cool. But if you go over to CoinMarketCap, because it's interesting, there's some discrepancies between CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, CoinPaprika. So it's like, what's going on? Let's just go check out the market pairs here. As we can see, they have this thing called VCC Exchange, which I personally never heard of, but that's the number one, it says, in the last 24 hours. But there's only 8,000 in volume. No, I don't think so. Kucoin looks like your best option, guys. Kucoin, if you guys don't have a Kucoin account, it looks like it might be time to make one. I can put my Kucoin, because I use Kucoin, so I can put my Kucoin referral link so you guys are going to the right website. And if you want to help the homie out, you can use my referral code. So yeah, I would say Kucoin. Check out that Beaksy thing. I have to look into that. Gate.io is definitely something I've heard of. But yeah, so that's Dragonchain. Sitting around 6 to 7 cents, all-time high of a little over $5, market cap of 25 million. So hey, there's definitely some room for it to move. This could be a potential gem. Obviously, I could be wrong. So this is not financial advice, guys. This is just pure entertainment. Invest at your own risk. And as always, homies, I want to thank you for watching this video. Smash the like button if you liked it and subscribe for more content. The Crypto Homie is signing out.